In this video, we're going to go over the top 10 preps to get at Trader Joe's. Let's get started. Trader Joe's is an American chain of grocery stores with over 530 stores nationwide. It's known for having healthier items that are high quality and at a reasonable price. While it may not be the cheapest place to get food for your emergency food storage, you could usually find some items with higher quality ingredients at a reasonable price. This video is going to feature 10 food items that you could add to your emergency food storage that have a decent shelf life, are non-perishable, and are good quality items. The items listed are in no particular order. The first prep to get at Trader Joe's is wine. While wine isn't necessarily an item that you absolutely need to survive, at least for most people, it does make for a good item to include in your emergency preps for bartering or trading purposes. During stressful times, people are always going to want to have their beer, wine, and alcohol. Trader Joe's offers a really nice selection of wine at a reasonable price. They're probably most known for their $3 chuck, but you could get many different wines for less than $10 each. I think it'd be a good idea to have at least a box of wine in your emergency preps. At number 2, we have pasta with sauce. Trader Joe's has a very wide selection of various pastas that are of good quality. You could usually pick up a pack of pasta for around $1, and they have all different shapes of pasta. To go along with it, also pick up the spaghetti sauce over there. Trader Joe's has a very wide selection of various marinaras and spaghetti sauce. These have a fairly decent shelf life and make for a fairly inexpensive, nice quality meal. If you happen to pressure canned ground beef, for example, you could easily make a meat sauce for your pasta. Again, at number 2, we have pasta and sauce. At number 3, we have cooking oils. Trader Joe's has a nice selection of good quality cooking oils for a reasonable price. I like going with their glass jar olive oil. I think that their prices are pretty competitive to other stores, and you're going to want to have various cooking oils in your emergency food storage when preparing cuisines. Again, at number 3, we have cooking oils. At number 4, we have boxed pastries. I really like the selection of various pastries that you could get at Trader Joe's. You could get brownies, banana bread, cornbread, and other pastries that are simple to make and that your kids will love. These ones will last on the shelves for a few years, and they would make for a nice morale boost during an emergency situation. Again, at number 4, we have boxed pastries. At number 5, we have peanut butter and jelly. Trader Joe's has a wide selection of peanut butter that usually costs around $2. I think that's a pretty good price when comparing to other grocery stores. I think that peanut butter is a great prep to add to your emergency food storage because it has a ton of calories in it. If you are ever in an emergency situation, you're going to want that fuel. Their jelly selection is also really nice. I prefer going with their raspberry jam, but they have a wide selection of various jellies and jams that you could add to your pantry. They last around 2 to 3 years on the shelf. While growing up, I seemed to always eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in my school lunch. I did it for many years, so I think that in an emergency situation, I could probably do it again if need be. Again, at number 5, we have peanut butter and jelly. At number 6, we have jarred vegetables. Trader Joe's is my go-to place for picking up various jarred vegetables for cooking purposes. I like picking up things like olives, capers, beets, and minced garlic. I cook a lot of Puerto Rican cuisine, which oftentimes calls for olives and capers in the recipes. Both of them have a fairly decent shelf life of around 3 to 4 years. But you could get a wide selection of various jarred vegetables in glass containers for cooking purposes. Again, at number 6, we have jarred vegetables. At number 7, we have chicken and vegetable stock. These can be used for various cuisines that you prepare, and they're all of decent quality. They usually cost around $2 for organic free-range broth. I think that's a fairly decent price for the quality that you're getting. So again, at number 7, we have chicken and vegetable stock. At number 8, I have nuts and trail mix. Trader Joe's probably has the largest selection of bagged nuts and trail mix. Not only do these make nice snacks to have in your pantry, but you could also include them in your various emergency kits as well. For example, your bug out bag. They have a wide selection, and they provide a lot of protein to your diet. Again, at number 8, we have nuts and trail mix. At number 9, I have juice. Now, while it's best to drink water in an emergency situation, I also like having some juice on hand, especially for the kids. You could get organic apple juice, grape juice, lemonade, mango, and a wide selection of other juice in plastic jugs. They usually come at a fairly reasonable price when compared to other grocery stores, and they'll last a few years on the shelf. And last, at number 10, we have spices and seasonings. Trader Joe's has a very wide selection of various spices that are much more reasonably priced than what you could find at grocery stores. I still prefer to get most of my spices over at restaurant supply stores, where you could get them in larger quantities. But if you're looking just for small glass jars of various spices, you could usually find them at Trader Joe's for a reasonable price. These can make great additions to various kits, and in a true emergency situation, you're going to want to have some flavor with your food. So having a wide selection of spices and seasonings will help with that. Again, at number 10, I have spices. Here's a few honorable mentions. I think Trader Joe's is also a great place to pick up various dog and cat treats. I like keeping dog treats in our vehicles to help pick up lost dogs in the neighborhood. Trader Joe's also has a nice selection of individually wrapped snacks. This is usually where I go to get the Cliff Bars for my various kits, like bug out bags and get home bags. Also, if you like salsa, Trader Joe's has a great salsa selection. You could get a good quality salsa for a reasonable price. But that's going to do it for the top 10 preps to pick up at Trader Joe's. How did I do with my list? Let me know in the comments section on what preps you like to pick up when shopping at Trader Joe's. Again, it's a nice place to go to if you want to have good quality items for a reasonable price. You can usually find a lot of items without the high fructose corn syrup that aren't quite as high of the price that you would see at Whole Foods, for example. So please leave a comment in the comments section with regard to what items you like to pick up at Trader Joe's for your emergency preps. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Please stay tuned for more emergency preparedness videos, and I'll see you next time. Take care.